going on, fellas? Today I'm going to show you how to build the same social media tracker that I use in my business that tracks YouTube, Instagram, and website visitors. So this is what it looks like. This is my Airtable interface, and I'm going to be showing you how to build it. It can track total follower count, total views, published content, and there's even this cool average growth feature I'm going to show you. So this is what it looks like in Airtable, and this is what it looks like in make.com. These are the only two tools you're going to need to build this tracker. If you're looking at this and you're getting kind of overwhelmed, don't worry. I'm going to walk you through every single step to make it as easy as possible for you. So what happens is this automation runs once a week and collects all of the data from all social medias. Then it stores it all in this Airtable base. So that leads me to the first step, which is to sign up for airtable.com. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to sign up and just create a new base. In this table, I've just got a few fields here. Things like subscribers, views, videos, or website visitors, Instagram followers, Instagram views, Instagram content. And what it does is it adds all these together into these formula fields, and you can see total views, total followers, total content, and then the growth metric that I showed you earlier. And you really don't need this platform field. You can actually delete this. For the name, it's just a formula field that makes the name look pretty. So report 20, and then it says the date that it was on. So that's what that looks like. This definitely isn't necessary. It makes everything a little bit prettier, but it's not necessary. And then all of these ones are just number fields. And then the created date. And for these total fields, they're also formula fields, and they're super simple to make. They look like this. So it's just the sum of website views, Instagram views, and YouTube views. And it's all the same for these followers and content. It just adds everything together in a sum function. So once you get this built out, you can go over to make.com. I'll also leave a link in the description. You can sign up completely for free, and you're going to want to go ahead and create a new scenario. The first module in this scenario is an HTTP module, and it's just going to be a make a request. So once you get this, you're going to want to type this URL into this URL field. Hit OK to save it. And then now what you need to do is you need to get your YouTube ID, and you need to get an API key. To get your YouTube user ID, head over to YouTube and then go to settings. Once you click on settings, it's going to bring you right here, and then you go to advanced settings and you can just copy your user ID. Now that you've got the YouTube user ID, you can head over to make.com, open up your HTTP module, and paste it right here in these quotations. Next thing you're going to want to do is search up YouTube API key, click on the first link, and then it's going to take you right here. Once you're on this page, click on this number 2 Google Developer Console. You might have to create an account if you don't already have one, but it's pretty straightforward. Google can help you through it. Then you head over to Library and then search for YouTube. It's going to be this first YouTube Data API v3. Click on this and enable it right here. Then you're going to want to head back. You can hit this back arrow a couple times and then head over to Credentials and then create Credentials API key. This is going to create a new API key, and it's going to show up right here. Once it shows up right here, you can click on it, and it's going to be a big API key. Just copy it. Once you get your API key, come back over here to make.com HTTP module and paste it right here on the end. I'm not going to use mine, but instead of these quotation marks, just place your API key. Make sure there's no actual quotation marks. Next module you need is a JSON module. So you can search JSON. Mine's right here, and then it's going to be a parse JSON. This right up, and then put the string. You're not gonna have that data yet because you haven't ran it yet, but go ahead and just hit run once, or unlink this and then run once. Okay, so now that you've got all the data, you can hook it up and then put in this data variable right here. Now what you need to do is click on this magnifying glass and then click on data, and then just copy all this right here. Now what you can do is create a data structure. Name this whatever you want, and then hit generate, and then just paste this in here and generate, and then that should be good right there. Okay, and now I will run it once to show you what it looks like. So items 1, statistics. Now you've got all of this data right here for you to use. Now we need to get your website analytics. So search for Google Analytics 4. Mine's already here, so I'll use this, and then generate report. You'll have to create a Google Analytics account if you don't already have one and connect it to your website. So there's a lot of dimensions here, and you don't want to select all of them. You just need one dimension, and that dimension is date, if I can find it. Okay, so date right here, it's kind of towards the top. And then the second one is active users. And then hit OK. Now we need to aggregate all this into an array. So go to flow control and then array aggregator. Connect this right up and make the source module the Google Analytics. And then you just want the, actually hit OK for now. And then create a tool, which is set multiple variables. Hook this up, add a variable. You can name this something like active users 1. And then come back to your array aggregator and then select variables. And then name this like active users. And then this needs to be active users. Active users right there. Okay, now what we can do is I'll go ahead and run this once. Okay, so the value for me is actually empty because I haven't been running this one in the past week, so it's not going to have any data. But if it's been hooked up to your Google Analytics, it should have data right here. So what you can do is come over here and get this array, get this variable value, and then you just put a 1 right in the middle. This is going to get all of the active users for that day. And then add another item. You're going to want to do this for every day of the week. So let me just speed run that real quick. Okay, and then just copy these into all of them. Now just switch out the number in the middle. Hit OK, save it. Okay, now we're going to be collecting all of the user data for each day of the week. But now we need to add it all up together, so go to Tools, and then Set Variable. Name it Total Active Users, and then for the value, it's going to be a sum function. So you can type sum, parentheses, and then you're going to want to put in all of these variables we just created. And at the end of them, you can go right here, hit this plus sign, and then just go through each of the 7 days. Okay, so we've got that done. You might actually be able to use this aggregate numeric aggregator. I haven't tried it yet, but if you want to experiment, try out this numeric aggregator, and it should be able to do all this for you as well, if you want to save some time. But for now, hit save on there, and this is going to get your total website users for the week. Next module you're going to want to do is the Instagram for Business. Make sure it's the Facebook login, and then you're going to want the list media. Make sure you connect this to your Instagram account. Right there. And then just put this limit at something high. Next, you're going to aggregate all of those posts into one array. So another array aggregator. And then make the source module the Instagram for Business. And then we just want the media ID. And now we need another Instagram for Business. We need the get public user info. Connect this up. Connect it to your account again. And page, and then type in your username, and then we can go ahead and get an iterator. Put this right here. Now what we need is another Instagram for Business Facebook login, and then get media insights. Now we can put this media ID from over here, which is, it's actually from the array, so media ID. I'm actually going to only do video views, but all these other ones can also be tracked. Now you can go over to Tools, and then go to Numeric Aggregator. Hook this up. Make the source module this iterator we just created. Aggregate function is sum, and it's actually not going to have the value here, so let's go ahead and run this once to get the data. Okay, so it looks like everything worked good. Let's see if it has the data now. Oh, and I forgot to put this array from before in here into this iterator, so go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to run this one time to get all the data again. Okay, so it iterated through this array, and it should have gotten all of the IDs. I'm gonna do this. Actually, I think it got it for all the same IDs because it was on the wrong one. But yeah, so 0, and then this value needs to be this value right here. Yeah, that looks right. Now we need to collect all of our variables into one module. So go ahead and add a set multiple variables right here. And to start inputting all the data. So I'll start with IG views, which is going to be the result of this numeric aggregator. And then from this module back here, when we got the public user info, we can just steal some of this data. So follower count, I'll drop that right in the value. Followers, and then media count, which is total posts. Change that to IG followers, and that's all the data I'm collecting. And you can actually aggregate all of this data into, or all through make.com. You don't have to do it through Airtable like this. You can have it all in make.com if you wanted to do it like that too. But now we need to add the website visitors. So website visitors, and then that's going to be the total active users right here. Right there. Now we need to get the YouTube information. And that's going to be on this second JSON module under items and then statistics, and it's all right here. I'll just name it views because I think YouTube is the standard for me. So I'll just put view count right here. And then subscription count. And then finally video count. Okay. Now that we've got all of our modules, we need to put them back into Airtable. So get an Airtable module right here. And then create record. Connect this to your Airtable account right here. Now we just need to start entering in everything. So for subscribers, views, videos, video count, website visitors right here, IG followers, IG views, IG content, post right there. Yeah. And then hit OK. Now what you can do if you want is what I did on this other one, is just put a Slack notification saying like you got a new analytics report or something. Now I'll go ahead and run this once and it should pop up into the Airtable. So run once and it just popped up right here. Nice. And I actually don't need this, so I'll go ahead and delete it because I already have one for today. Now as long as you have your total fields all working good, everything should be here. Now what you can do is go to interfaces, and I've created this dashboard that takes all of the data and puts it into a graph where I can visualize it. I also have an ads dashboard, but I just created this today, so it doesn't have a lot of information on it yet. But creating a dashboard in Airtable is super fun. I'll let you guys experiment with it. All you gotta do is head over to interface right here and then create a new dashboard interface with the social media table as the base. And then what you can do is add some numbers on top and then a nice graph. Everything you need is on the side here. So you see the field is total followers, total views, max of all of them because they're already going to be added up. And then I'll go ahead and show you that growth metric now. So for this growth metric, it kind of just takes all of the followers, all of the content, all the views, and adds it all up into one metric where I can really visualize the overall growth. And this is what that formula looks like. And then you can just put that into your dashboard as well. So that's the entire social media tracker. You can customize this to however you want. If you want daily reports, weekly reports, monthly reports, whatever you want to do. But I hope you guys found this as valuable as I did. Like I said, this is the automation that I'm using for my social media right now. So if it's good enough for me, it should be good enough for you, right? It makes sense to me. But if you guys want this make.com automation, I'll leave a link to it in the description where you can go ahead and just download the entire template and then import it yourself. But that's all I got for you guys today. If you found it valuable, I'd love a subscription from you, maybe like, whatever you want to do. But I appreciate you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.